Oh my God! Help! Help! Somebody help me!
I got you, man. Come here.
Oh my God!
Come here.
Thank you.
There. You okay? Are you good?
Oh my gosh, man! Thank you. Thank you. Saved my life.
Of course, man. Of course. If I could just trouble you before I go, real quick.
What?
Just there on the screen.
Are you serious?
I mean, you said it. I saved your life. So.
Give a warm round of applause for my wife, Correct Opinions podcast host, Katie Kennedy. She's got a few words to say. Is that right?
I sure do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to cheer you on.
Okay, we'll just sit behind me. Give it up one more time for my husband and Jake, who, just for the record, is shorter than me. I'm just going to read off my phone because mom brain. So Trey's gone on tour now. He's getting on the road. Whenever he goes on the road, he comes home and he's like, oh, I'm tired. Some of you guys might have heard this on Judge Jake. He's like, oh, I'm tired. And he's like, are you going to take care of me? I just did all these shows. No, I'm not. I flew in for the show. Trey was already on the road. I flew in here with Thomas, and Trey, I saw him this morning, and he comes up and he's like, oh, I'm so tired from my show last night. We went out after, and I was like, you worked for 1 hour? You were on for 1 hour? I was on for 24 hours. So, I don't think it's the same. Not the same. So, I've been telling him lately that, and I'm sorry to say this, but our baby, our baby is kind of just a cuter version than he's the same as him, but just cuter. And, he does some of the similar things that Trey does, but when Thomas does it, it's really cute, and not when Trey does it. When Thomas farts, it's kind of like, haha, that was funny. When Trey farts, I kind of question our marriage. When Thomas poops his pants, it's like, I'm happy to clean it up. I don't want him to sit in that. That's, when Trey pooped his pants twice, I really, really questioned everything here. But I'm excited to be here with you guys. You recties, sorry about that name. I was not on the show yet and couldn't, say that's enough. So thanks for being here, and I hope you enjoy the show.
They used to call me Impatient Pete. No, they didn't call me that, but I am impatient, and I hate playing games, especially the waiting game. When it comes to hiring, I don't want to wait for great talent either. I want to find them first, and I do it with Indeed, because when you're hiring, you need Indeed. I've hired great people with Indeed to build the team here at Team Trey, whatever you call it. It was very helpful. Indeed is the hiring platform you can attract, interview, and hire all in one place. Instead of spending hours on multiple job sites searching for candidates with the right skills, Indeed's a powerful hiring platform that can help you do it all. They streamline hiring with powerful tools that find you match candidates. With Instant Match, over 80% of employers get quality candidates whose resume on Indeed matches their job description the moment they sponsor a job, according to Indeed Data US. They get you one step closer to the hire by immediately matching you with quality candidates with what they call Instant Match. It gets easier and easier. So check it out today. Start hiring now with a $75 sponsored job credit to upgrade your job post at Indeed.com/Trey. Offer good for limited time. Claim your $75 credit now at Indeed.com/Trey. Indeed.com/Trey. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Welcome to the first ever live Correct Opinions podcast show. Wow. We're doing it. Tacoma, Washington. How are we feeling?
This is great. So yeah, it's not going to be on the podcast, but to start the kind of live show here, we each did a little bit of stand-up, and Katie did a little bit of stand-up, and I learned a little something about you just now. Have you pooped your pants twice?
Yes.
You've never pooped your pants.
Like how recently?
I'm on a pretty dry streak right now. The last time I did,
Thomas has been here.
it was not my fault. We remember Starbucks. They released a cold brew plant protein smoothie. Yeah, that's not my fault. So, you've never pooped your pants?
That's so gross. Like, were you not able to get to a restroom, or like trusted a fart, or like what was the?
I don't know what happened.
I forgot my button, guys. I'm so sorry.
It was bad. So yeah, they discontinued it, and I don't think because I think it was selling so well, and they got emails like there's something toxic in this. You never have ones?
The only time I remember pooped my pants was during high.
This is a great start to the show,
Yeah,
by the way.
Wasn't planning on talking about this, but I just learned about it. So, yeah, not in a long time. Not since like hide and seek when I was like 7 or so.
Pretty
For a
core
little
memory
too
there.
long,
Yeah,
or-
it was. Well, I mean,
This is one way to do 7 minutes in heaven. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I just remember. I don't know. This is kind of gross, but just like the feeling of just like your pants.
Okay, I was more like describe the situation, not like, all right, so how it happens is
We don't need to
it's
know
really
the
warm.
actual-
And
I think it was just like I was 7. I was playing hide and seek. I had a really good spot, and I was like, man, I don't want to give up this spot. But it was like, I think I have to go to the bathroom, and I think it was just too much of a people pleaser. I was at someone else's house. I was like, I would have to go and like ask them where the bathroom is,
Yeah.
or I could just do it right now and keep my spot.
you were a winner. You were a competitor.
And
Yeah.
they didn't find me. The smell gave me away before the vision did. So.
Hide and smell, yeah.
Oh my, that is something only a boy would do, right? I don't.
Oh, that's great. Well, this is a lot of fun. We're going to have some fun here. We're in Tacoma. We got a show in Seattle tonight. We just came from Spokane,
Yeah.
Salem. Oh, yeah. It feels like every city we're here, people are like, watch out.
Look out for Spokaneistan. It is not safe there.
Spokaneistan, they
Yeah.
call it. That's great. Yeah, I thought, what, you said you were getting a ley land. We got a lot of,
They came from San Diego.
San Diego.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's probably, it's nicer down there, but we'll do the show down there next time. Thanks for coming so far. Who else came from Canada?
Wow.
Just right at, like, north or?
Canada
I'm
is
not,
north,
I'm
yes.
not asking. I know, I would just, was it east at all? From Vancouver. Okay, great. Well, thanks for coming. That's great. International.
Yeah, that's great. Should we roll the intro music?
Let's roll the intro music. Let's do it, Derek. Roll it. Correct opinions. Correct opinions. It's in the edit, so yeah, that was kind of a letdown.
We never get to hear it.
I thought it was
Correct
gonna play.
opinion. That's for the edit. You guys see a little magic behind the curtain there. We just say roll music and then he edits it in later.
I don't even know what it sounds like.
You've never heard it once?
No,
Never
not
listened
once.
to the podcast before.
No, I've listened to it, but
Fun, man. Well, what should we get into? Do you have any good stories from the weekend, or?
I was gonna say, yeah, it's been fun. I feel like, Salem was a fun city. Anywhere person I talked to, I was like, "What do you know about Salem?" And they're like, "Oh, it's just so sketchy." I was like, "Okay, that's great." And I was like, "Are there any like positives?" And they're just like, "Well, it's not as bad as Portland." It's like, "Oh, cool, that's amazing." And then Spokane last night was an especially fun show because I heard like a lot of times like you sell out the theaters, but people like something comes up, they're not able to make it last minute, they don't actually come. But last night, every single seat had someone in it.
Wow.
It's a
which
great
I heard.
show.
Yeah, which is really fun. So I mean, it was just extra loud, really fun. So kind of a fun story about last night is Trey does a VIP meet and greet before the show, and so he goes and it's good, and he learns that there's some people from a Native American reservation from Montana there. Meets a woman by the name of Feather. Mm-hmm. Kind of fun. I don't know any of this information. I don't know that Native Americans might be at the show. So I go on stage, and 30 seconds in, I'm like doing some crowd work. "What's your name?" And she goes, "May May." And I go, "Oh, no way." And I go,
Yeah, what a stupid name.
nay-naying in this woman's face. I'm just like, I thought it's like just like some like weird like Gen Z name. Like they're
Yeah.
naming people everything these days.
Feather? What a stupid name. You know, white girls, you're like,
Oh, it was so.
I'm 100% Chippewa, or yeah. It was great. I remember asking her kids' names because I was just kind of curious how fun they were being. She was like, they're like Nate and Roger or something. I was like, you know what? That sucks. Yeah, because Feather was their thing, and now we got white people stealing their names. The white girls are stealing everyone's names. They had to name their son Nate because the white girls name all their kids Arrow now. That's their thing. That's their thing.
Yeah, it was fine in the moment. I didn't say anything offensive, but I didn't have the full context of the situation because I was like, "Who are you here with? This must be the whip." And everyone else laughed.
It really might be, yeah.
But they did not think it was that funny. And then I started to piece it together, and I was like, I'm going to cool it with the name jokes, I think. Let's move on.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a funny memory from last night. I think they had a good time.
They did, I think.
I think. So that was fun.
Okay, let's dive right in. We want to hear from y'all a little bit. Should we do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
You want to
Let's
run
do
the
a
mic
little
around?
Q&A.
What are we doing? Okay, we want to get y'all involved a little bit. So just right off the bat, anyone have any just questions they're dying to ask us, or just any comments at all, or anything?
Canadian
our
question.
Our Canadian friend
She's going to explain to you
from
where
the
Canada
north.
is.
Hello.
Hello, Ashley from Vancouver, Canada. My question is, how did you, Trey, meet Jake?
Oh.
I would like to know the history of your guys' relationship.
Okay. Have we never talked about this on the podcast before?
Unless
Cool.
I missed
Wow.
the episode, but
Oh, wow.
Maybe I don't know.
Do you want to share it from your side of the story? Or should I
Sure. I was. Oh, thank you. You get them, Jake. Sorry. We'll start throwing it. Thank you, Ashley. Thanks for coming all this way. How did I meet Jake? I was making videos by myself. I don't know how many of y'all follow me for a while, but pre-2018, I was just, selfieing it or tripod, and that was wearing on me. For a while, it's kind of fun, and then after another day where you set up a tripod and then walk back 10 feet, and you're like, and then you walk back and look at it, it's like, this is depressing. I remember one time being out somewhere. This was before Katie. I was chatting with some cute girl at a bar, and,
Nice.
and we were just so chill. And she was just kind of what do you do? Picking my brain, and I was like, yeah, just do it all myself. And she was like, so you just set up a tripod and dance in front of it by yourself?
In your home, just alone.
I was like, I need to hire somebody. But Jake, we had a ton of mutual friends. He was part of this big camp called Kanakuk. It's regional. I don't know if anyone's heard of it. And so we had all these mutual friends. Because everyone in the region goes to that Christian camp or is involved with it. I didn't go. I was too shy. But we had a bunch of mutual friends, and he was getting in the video world, and he hit me up one day, and we had briefly met once or twice, and he was like, dude, I like what you're doing. I'm trying to get into video space. Can I video for you? And I was like, yeah. And so he showed up. We filmed a few videos, and the very first video he ever shot of me was the very first Girls During the Fall Be Like.
Yeah, I was like, very first one. 40 million views. It's like, oh, this is easy. This is normal.
Wow.
This is how it is now.
So that's did I get it right?
Yeah, I mean, basically, yeah. So from Trey's standpoint, it's like, oh yeah, this guy I met one time just hit me up, but I didn't have any way of contacting Trey. I didn't have his phone number. I really wasn't even looking to get a job, really. But I got put in a group text accidentally. So I wasn't even living in Kansas City at the time, and I got put in this group text. It was like, hey, we're gonna try and watch The Bachelor this Friday. Who's coming? And I was like, well, I mean, I don't even live in the town you guys are in, so clearly we're not that tight anymore. You don't even know they've moved to Dallas. But someone in the group said, Trey, you gonna be there? And so I was like, ooh, I think Trey Kennedy's in this group text. Okay.
So I was like, you know it.
Trey never responded,
He
though.
sends gifs of himself all the time.
Yikes.
No.
So I didn't have his phone number. So what I did, this is a true story, a little creepy, but I go and looked at all the group chat numbers, and there were, and then I looked at Trey Kennedy Wikipedia, saw where he was from, then Googled, okay, Oklahoma City area code. Got the area code, and there were 3 numbers in that group chat that all had 405 area code. And so I was just like, whatever. This is, like I said, this wasn't like this thing I really want to work for Trey Kennedy. I will do it no matter what it takes. I was like, I'll just try the first one, call it, 2 rings, Trey answers. He's like, hey, what's going on? I was like, hey, I met you this is Jake. I met you one time, a year and a half ago. And then I just kind of pitched myself to him. And so, yeah, thank goodness you answered.
If I'd known that, I wouldn't have. Yeah, that's insane. I remember assuming yeah, we have mutual friends. He's probably like, hey, can I have Trey's number? Not, you went in the dark web, hack the mainframe.
That's what every girl does for every date, and you guys are just like, oh, we happen to, have the same thing.
Wow, a lot of lucky guesses.
We put work into this.
That's true. That's true. I remember we had a good friend who was trying to date, but he's like, I don't have social media. Not my type of thing. And you're like, well, you need to because you look like a serial killer.
Yeah, like, she can't find any information about you anywhere.
Nope.
Like,
Bella,
maybe
yeah,
see a
so I was
little information out
discoverable.
there.
Wow, thanks.
Yeah. So
It's
that's
like you captured me kind of or something.
Yeah.
Stockholm syndrome.
I got him. So anyway, fun question, and that's how it all worked. That was like probably summer of 2018. And then not long after, it's probably 6 months later, Trey was like, hey, I'm thinking about doing like some stand-up comedy. Like, would you want to be like a DJ? And I was like, yeah, I'll be your DJ.
Was that the first proposition?
Yeah.
Wow.
That
that
was the
like
original plan.
the very baby steps. Wow. And yeah, because
DJ Jake.
DJ.
Jake. I was like, I have
I was
Spotify, so yeah, I could do it.
Yeah, we just started, and then he purely videoed, and then I just felt like, okay, he's actually a funny guy. No, I think he's legitimately talented, so we got him more involved, helping me write the stuff, do it, and then I was like, dude, I think you can do stand-up. You should do it. And we're doing it. Yeah. You're good at holding the camera. Yeah, perform.
Probably do stand-up comedy.
Cool. Okay. Who else? Another question? Right there. Are you also from Canada, or you're just friends? Cool. All right. Oh, there you go. Mike.
Can you hear me? Oh,
Got
there
it.
it is. Okay.
How you doing?
I'm also a Katie. Hi.
Oh.
Hi.
Any other
How do you
Katies
spell
in the
it? How
house?
do you
Any other
spell it?
Katies in the house? Oh, only
Oh.
one. Wow, that's
Wow.
pretty.
Okay.
Yeah. How do you
Just
spell
us.
it?
Katie.
The normal way.
Solid.
Yeah, the normal way.
Yep.
And I'm just a Katie. Okay, so I'm wondering, what is one of the more shocking fan experiences you've had on the road?
Good question. Thank you, Ashley. And where are you from?
Just Bonnie Lake, 30 minutes away.
Oh, cool. Right local. Well, thank you, Katie, for the question. Did I say Ashley?
Oh, it's fine.
They're,
It's all the
they're
same.
Yeah, it's all the same. Yeah. Thank you, Sarah. Any Sarahs?
It's fine. It's not your wife's name or anything.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get that right. Thank you, Katie. The weirdest, I know you've had some too. Maybe even you have, but it's funny. We were talking just yesterday. You're like, yeah, I had a fan yesterday wanting to pick me up. It's wild in this position how often people want to like lift us.
Yeah.
It's great. They'll be like, let's do a human period. Will you get on top of us? It's like four girls. I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't think that's going to end well. So I've been asked to be a part of 6 or 7 human pyramids. I just say no. When I was at the last tour, I was doing this whole like dog mom bit. So I had multiple women be like, would you act like our dog? It's like, we'll hold you on the leash. You're like, oh, I'm like, no, I'm not going to act like a dog. It's like, I do have some line. It's pretty far out there, but I mean, I'm not. And then the funniest, when I learned the hard way, so I don't let anyone lift me anymore. But early on, one of the first few shows, this couple was there. They're great, and this guy looked pretty big, muscled up. He's like, "Can I lift you up, dude?" And I was just like, "Yeah." And he had maybe been overserved, and he just immediately tries to pick me, gets off balance, and like pile drives me. I'm like, ah. It's like a couple of the security of the club step in, like, whoa, what's going on? And he's like, I got it this time. I was like, don't touch me again. His wife was standing there just kind of like laughing. I was like, would you get him? Like, I don't help me.
I remember that.
fun.
That was the night I signed a pickleball that night. So it was a wild night for fan interactions.
Pickle, just the actual ball?
Yeah, which has got a ton of holes in it, so it wasn't a good signature at all. But I've also signed, there was a woman, I forget what show it was, but she was like, hey, can I have your autograph? And I was like, oh yeah, fun. That doesn't, what are you gonna do with that? But she, sure. And she's like, and can you do it like on my arm? And I was just like, oh yeah, sure. She's like, I want to get it tattooed. I was like, oh my gosh, okay. I
Your sheltered kick him out. Does your mom know about this?
Yeah, be careful. You don't want to get ink poisoning. Yeah, so that was a little nerve-wracking. But at that point in my life, all I'd ever signed was like a receipt at a restaurant. So I was like, oh man, this is about to be really permanent. But that was kind of fun of her.
That is, yeah,
And
that's
you
good.
saw the tattoo, right? Did she send you a picture?
Yeah, I think she did
or-
DM it to me.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
looked awful.
She just shows me, like, who's it signed by? Jake Triplett? And they're like, I don't know who that was. And also, that doesn't look anything like it says Jake Triplett. It
Yeah,
just
scribbling.
That's maybe better. She can like say kind of whoever it is. They're like, I don't know,
Yeah.
Jake Triplett. I mean,
James Franco.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever recognized you?
Yeah.
Really? Couple times? No one
Maybe,
weird?
not-
No one
not-
weird though?
No, people are nice.
They were nice to you.
Yeah.
They don't try to pick you up.
No.
That's good. 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 Okay, who else? Thank you, Katie. In the back, yeah! Where's our mic? Oh,
There's
he's
the
got
mic.
it.
It's coming.
It's coming. Oh, wait, look at us. They're
Came
doing
out
it
of
all.
nowhere.
Getting us fixed up. Hello.
Hello, I'm Emily from Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, Atlanta.
Yes.
ATL.
Welcome.
I'm not to brag, but I'm going on an Alaskan cruise tomorrow, so that's why I'm here.
Nice.
So
But
fun.
totally here for y'all.
Yes.
The question I have is kind of out of left field, but if you had to be submerged into a vat of anything, what would that substance be and why?
I feel like do you do that with various liquids every weekend or something?
She's like, I'm just curious for next weekend.
So we have to be like submerged.
Fully submerged.
Like our head is in this.
Under,
Okay.
I mean, water.
She's making fun of us. She's like, just answer the question. It's not that hard.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Oh, I said water.
Oh.
That seems. I mean, I got my
Pretty
best
good.
chance of
Yeah,
swimming out of
dang.
that.
I was
so.
gonna say that. That was a good one.
I think
You
she's
took
going on
mine.
that cruise soon. She's a little nervous. She's like, what's on the sides of it? Like, what if I fall in? What's gonna happen? You're afraid of whales.
Oh, yeah.
Well, don't fall in.
Can I ask how come?
Yeah, what's the fear of whales?
Big fan of the Jonah story.
Big. They're just big.
They
All
are.
types of whales, or
Yeah, like the large ones for sure. And I think also like everyone talks about, like they're not harmful to humans, but they could be clumsy is my problem. Like if they were to like that tail were to like smack down, like that ship is gone. Like Titanic is nothing compared. I can't. I don't know. This is my goal. I'm trying to get over my fear.
Emily's like, we should harpoon more of them. We should. Thank you. Someone knows their whale knowledge. It's funny because that's bad. That's bad. Water. Did you have an answer?
Maybe like a nice body oil, so I can get really
I
moisturized.
thought you liked olive oil or something. You love that. Some health stuff.
Yeah. Some
Greek
sort of
goddess
oil.
dressing or something.
Okay, not that far.
Not
Not
that
that
far.
far. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
might do cherry limeade.
Cherry lime.
I've been thinking
You're
about
gonna change your answer?
I could drink a little on my way up, I think.
Oh,
Still get out of it.
okay.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe cold brew.
Ooh.
Yeah, you kind of like cold plunges are in.
Yeah.
And just also invigorating. I think. Could be a
it would just,
genius.
the caffeine
And
would,
the caffeine
seep
goes through, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. All right, who else? Let's do a couple more. This is fun. Yes,
There's
ma'am,
one.
right here. She's over here.
Her
Derek's
name-
coming.
Her name is going to be
How
Sarah
you doing?
for sure.
Yeah.
Hello.
Wait, everyone
My name
guess
is
their name.
Carly.
Oh, I would have guessed that. I think. Carly.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm good. I live about 30 minutes away, Renton, Washington. Moving to Tennessee soon because the smells were too bad for me. So.
Okay.
Anyway, I was just speaking with another fan, and we were talking about how we loved the matchmaking segment you did on your podcast.
Oh.
And I did submit a friend of mine. He was one of my husband's groomsmen. So, first question: can you bring it back? And maybe a little questionnaire so it's not as much of a flop.
I'll help this time.
No
I'll help
offense.
this time. No
Yeah.
worries.
And then sub question: can you pick my friend Josh
Okay.
that I submitted?
Great question. Thank you. He applied last time and he wasn't one of the people we talked to.
He was not selected. No, but
Okay,
I
yeah.
emailed.
That was fun. So yeah, I was in COVID. We were quarantined, and I had some friends who were still dating, and it was just hilarious to hear them talk. Like it's so weird because then now it's like some people are like, let's not meet. Some people want to. It's like maybe I'll host a little dating thing. It was just a random idea. We had so much free time, and the first time we did in COVID, I felt like it was well timed because I was shocked. I thought it would just be some dumb one episode thing. But people really enjoyed it. And there was even of that one couple, if you remember back years ago, I talked to them for like 3 straight episodes. They met. I don't know if anyone remembers this, Will and someone. And he lived in Nashville area. And I was out in Nashville years later. He came up, he's like, yo, dude, it's me, Will. you like set me up with that girl in your podcast. I was like, oh my gosh, it was cool. And they met. She met some other guy in another app and kind of bailed on him, which so we got to work on. You have to be exclusive to the podcast if you're going to do it. You can't keep swiping on other apps. But maybe should we bring it back? Would that be fun? We might. All right, okay. Carly, your friend, what's his name?
Josh.
Josh. Okay, we'll do it better. So it's not a flop in Carly's words. That was good. Good times. Yeah. What's up, man?
Got our first
Shout out to the
question.
homies.
Yeah.
Enrique from Puyallup. If you guys didn't end up doing this, where do you think you would have been? And Katie, if you didn't meet Trey, where do you think you'd be?
Good question.
Good question, Enrique.
I think probably, I've always thought it'd be fun to be a waiter because, okay, yeah. There's probably some people in here who are waiters and you just laughed at their job. So I like the idea of being a waiter because it's almost like when you look at tips, it's like you get paid based on how good your personality is. I like the challenge of like treating each table individually, like mirroring their personality, being the best waiter for that table, and then like being a completely different person for this table and like mirroring their personality. I think that'd be a fun job for a couple weeks.
Still time. You never know. Pick up a job.
Keep making fun of Native Americans. Maybe out of a job soon.
Ready to start training, man. It's good. Go ahead.
I don't know. I would have found like another comedian probably to marry, and maybe one that was like already more famous. But you know, I just took what I got. Just kidding.
She's getting too confident.
I was modeling full time when we met. I probably would have stopped that, and no, I would have kept going.
Well, we talked about, we met, we were dating, yes, I know when we met. 2 years into dating, COVID hit, and you had just kind of decided to pivot from modeling, and it's like, if you had been kept going, you would have been one of those people who were like, how do I?
Yeah, I mean, because no one was like shooting, you're getting paid per job. I feel like a lot of people struggled during that time, and so that would have been tough, but.
Waiters struggled?
Yeah.
It hurts all of us, waiters included.
So.
I'd probably be in a cubicle for some corporation, just figuring out how to do the bare minimum, and sad. I don't know. I think it wouldn't be that bad. I kind of hate when people are like, I don't know if I'm not meant for a desk job, because that's how I feel. But I feel like most people that say that, it's like they're not really meant for any jobs, you know. But I really, I'm grateful I have a line of work that's, you never know what's going to happen next and all that, I struggled.
I always think it's interesting, and I think you may have said this on the podcast a while ago, but you said if you weren't posting content on Facebook or on Instagram, you probably wouldn't even have an account.
Yeah, naturally, I'm not someone who, I think like a lot, probably dudes specifically, I don't have this inclination to post content. So it's very much like, it's a job, it's fun, but I'm not the type of guy without it who'd just be like, I'm going on a cruise, getting in a vat of butter, or whatever people post. Okay, let's do one. Okay, I got you back there.
Good question, Enrique.
This is fun. Back in the back, Derek. I think we're all sick and tired of playing games, all right? No, we don't need to play games. Tell you what game I really hate, the waiting game. Give it to me now. And when it comes to hiring, I don't want to wait for great talent. I want to find them with Indeed, because when you're hiring, you need Indeed. Indeed is the hiring platform where you can attract, interview, and hire all in one place. Instead of spending hours on multiple job sites searching for candidates with the right skills, Indeed's a powerful hiring platform that can help you do it all. I've hired some great people. My assistant, she's amazing. Indeed, thanks for the help. It made it very easy. Found great talent who fit the role. Was down to like buy me dresses. You get it. We streamline hiring with powerful tools that find you matched candidates at Indeed. With the Instant Match, over 80% of employers get quality candidates whose resume on Indeed matches their job description the moment they sponsor a job, according to Indeed Data US. So you guys need to check it out. Indeed's the only job site where you can only pay for applications that meet your must-have requirements. Start hiring now with a $75 sponsored job credit to upgrade your job post at Indeed.com/Trey. Offer good for a limited time. Claim your $75 credit now at Indeed.com/Trey. Indeed.com/Trey. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Candidates you invite to apply, by the way, are 3 times more likely to apply your job than candidates who only see it in search, according to U.S. Indeed data. You need Indeed. Woo! My boy Jake's getting married in 3 days. I'm going to be there looking sharp. And I like getting dressed up. It only happens so often these days. And I don't, you know who I use to get looking spiffy? It's Indochino. You want to look sharp all wedding season. Come on. And with a custom fitted suit from Indochino, you'll create priceless memories without costing a fortune. I got right on their website. They can have stores. You can go in person. And it's just customizable. Affordable. They have tuxedos starting at $579. What? And they're nice quality too, okay? You don't have to pay thousands of dollars. You create a suit that fits you and your style. They have options for fabrics, lapel shape, custom monograms. I'm a classy guy. I just got something sleek, little blue. Come on. They're always adding new pieces and options for each season. They got spring fabrics. Hey. So go check out Indochino. And I've got an offer for you. RSVP to the special event, knowing you've got the perfect look, okay? All wedding season long. You're getting it from Indochino. Go to Indochino.com and use code TREY to get 10% off any purchase of $399 or more. Get you a spiffy looking thing. $500, $600 tux, $60 off. Are you kidding? INDOCHINO.com. Promo code TREY. Go now. Yes.
Yeah, obviously Irma Deborah. I think I'm 100 at least.
What's your name?
You must think I'm 100 years old. I'm
No.
pretty-
No.
Debbie.
She said Debbie, which is like
That's
it's
like
coming.
young
It's
and
cute
cute.
and coming back in.
No.
Yeah.
No.
She'll be 3 years old.
Definitely not. Jen.
What's your name?
Jen.
Jen.
Short for Jennifer, yeah.
Yeah. Close. Well, that's a young name.
Anyway,
All right. What's up, Jen?
middle school boys. So I have 2. And this is a plug to do more middle school, high school stuff because I don't know where you're getting it from because you don't have a middle schooler yet. But that was my question is like, where do you get the content for especially middle school boys? Because like when I saw your stuff originally, like I think in 2018, 2017, nailed it.
Thank you.
Like
Thank you, Jen.
absolutely. So more of that, please.
Good question.
Woo! Yeah, is it like kind of creepy? Like this grown man knows a lot about preteen boys.
Well, even the crowd, she was like, let's talk middle school boys. And they just applauded.
Yeah, finally. Prepubescence, break it down.
12 through 14.
I don't know, man. I joked recently, the middle school Maddox, the character, I joked recently, I was like, dude, maybe 80% of my career might be due to that character. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's great. It's really, really cool because prior to that character, my audience was very, people in their 20s. I was my age, right? And that was really cool because it opened up to people older and even younger. Like every show, there's at least a few kind of like 11-year-old boys who were like, I love you too. It's very cute. And we get older people, not that old, Jim, but and it's been cool. So I don't know. It was, you try new ideas and see what sticks, and sometimes you don't know. And the middle school, the very first one was very much an idea of like, I'll try this, and it went so viral.
I was like, I'm not sure about this one.
Yeah, I always run stuff by Katie, and she's a good barometer. But that one, I think her just seeing me acting like a kid, she was like, this is a little strange.
But I also have seen you act like a woman plenty of times, so.
Yeah, confusing. But it went, obviously big and became a whole thing. And I just literally remembered back to how I acted at that age.
Just did what you used to do.
Just did what I used to do. Just be a smart aleck and be difficult and moan and grunt and.
Yeah, because you've told me stories like your parents took you on this vacation to like the Grand Canyon or Hawaii or something, and all you wanted to do was play Call of Duty.
Yeah, I was just the worst kid. My parents took us like this beautiful Hawaiian vacation. I was like 14, and I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was like, I remember at the time, like we're going to Hawaii. I'm like, I don't want to go to Hawaii. I drove them nuts. So hopefully our little boy is sweeter than that.
Pray
but
for me.
Yeah, it's funny. I guess it resonates. I think it's cool. It's also funny, but so many mothers, I think, normalize them because you probably thought, like, how many crimes is he gonna commit one day? Like, but it's normal. It's normal. Clean record.
Made it. Now you're doing
keep
this.
it coming, yeah. Let's do one more. Okay.
Right here?
Oh, right. We'll do two more.
Oh, okay,
Two
sure.
more. Him. We gotta right here, ma'am.
Hi.
Hi.
Brittany from Snohomish. Sorry, Jake.
Tricky town to hear. Thought you said Amish.
So I think you've said before that, like, this isn't really Rachel's thing, but will she ever be featured on the podcast?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if something terrible happens to Katie, yeah, we could.
And if she loves it, maybe a little, like, moms or wives spinoff.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, no. You're
We
creating a
will.
monster over here.
Yeah.
Wait, does
We
Rachel...
will take your viewers.
Jake gets married a week from today
Yeah.
to Rachel.
Yeah, 7 days from now. Yeah.
And so, yeah, does Rachel... Because Katie... it's been fun because Katie, she gets a kick out of it, and she's... Like she modeled, so she had some behind-camera experience, and, like, what's Rachel's vibe with all this? Is she like, I want no part of it? Is she like, I think it's fun, I could get into it more?
She would never put herself as, like, the center of attention or anything, but if I, like, ask her to do something, she can do it. I mean, she played Division I volleyball. I feel like she's used to, like, having to perform in front of people in a certain way, and, she's given a handful of speeches, and so kind of similar to what you did to Katie today. I've, like, had Rachel kind of go up and do some jokes, and she did all right. She's a good public speaker, so yeah, I think she could do it, but she's also, like, she nannies, she substitute teaches, she's in master's school for counseling, and, like, planning a wedding, so she's pretty busy.
That's a good idea, though. Thank you. All right, one more. I saw my guy right here in the hat. Right here. We'll keep the show rolling. What's up, man?
Hello. I'm Noah, fellow sheltered kid. Which, I don't know how you call yourself homeschooled or sheltered when you're not homeschooled, like I am.
There's levels to it.
But I was wondering, what was your first R-rated movie?
First R-rated movie. Passion of the Christ.
Yeah.
So I'm right. That's a big notch in the sheltered belt there.
Yeah. I read the book, but I never saw the movie. The movies are never as good as the books. So
Ruined it.
that is a funny answer, though. Good for you.
That's the literal truth. I'm not kidding.
I'm trying to think. First R-rated
My parents,
movie.
that was one of their big. They were like, I could listen to whatever secular music and stuff. Some movies were the big thing. They're like, there's R-rated 17. You can't tell you, but we made a Passion of the Christ was an exception.
That was okay. Mine were the opposite. I feel like my dad was like, you need to learn who Chris Farley is at age 11. And, like, you need to know this, you need to know Will Ferrell, you need to know Jim Carrey, all this stuff. So my dad would let the comedy movies fly. He's like, you need to, make a career out of this someday. Here's Trey's area code. But the music, it was the opposite. We listened to a lot of 88.3 The Wind on the way to school. I mean, I didn't listen to secular music until probably, like, I was driving myself to school. So that's why, we've talked about it before, but yeah, I don't know, like, Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, Nelly, anything that was cool 16 years ago. I know the Weird Al version, and that's it.
My mom, she just put the radio on. She just liked the beat, but she was like, my mom was still sheltered and clueless. There'd be some song, and she'd be like, ooh, I like this.
She's
It's a
like,
nice
I bet
beat. What does make it clap mean?
Yeah.
What is...
She's like, yeah, ooh, take him to the candy shop. It's like a Willy Wonka.
Oh.
Yeah. That's nice.
No candy after 6 p.m., but we'll listen to the song.
Yeah, there's a lot of songs about candy, Mom. This one's called Lollipop by Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne. Good question. All right. Cool. Let's move. Thank you for all the questions. That's amazing. We really appreciate it.
Thank you,
It's
guys.
really fun. We're gonna get to. Do we have one? Anyone else? I saw one more hand. I want to make sure if anyone's dying to ask a question. Okay, last one. I don't.
We just do this for another 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, seriously.
Hours. Yeah. Push the cruise back.
Wow, that's loud. I'm Laura from Seattle. We love mood swings.
The golf, yeah, thank you.
So, dying to know which of you is the actual better golfer.
Oh, Jake, yeah.
Maybe you haven't seen the videos then.
Yeah. Jake, it should be pretty obvious, yeah.
I should also go with the disclaimer that I don't have a child, and so I can go to Topgolf more than Trey can in the middle of the week. So it's not really a fair fight. But
So, do you film your videos like just actually golfing, or do you go with planned content?
So you're a big fan of mood swings, but it sounds like you're not really familiar with what we do.
She's like, watch this. I'm going to bring up the golf thing. It'll be cool. I've never seen it. No, Jake is definitely a better golfer. You out the gate you were, but I feel like you've really gotten into it too. Like you're taking lessons.
Like through the winter, I was like, I'm gonna keep like practicing and getting better.
Yeah, it's fun. It's been really fun because we just picked up golf touring because you're out on the road killing time and got into it and realized a lot of our fans like golf too. So we have it planned out and we do some sketch stuff. We just play golf. It's been a fun addition to what we're doing.
Yeah, it's fun. A lot more guys are like excited to see us now, which is a nice change of pace.
Yeah, it's true. Now it used to always be, girls, the moms, this, that. Now I have dudes knocking down my door like, let's play golf, man. Let's do it. That's cool. That's great. And now I'm like, babe, I have to go to work. It's golf. I have to.
Yeah.
See a lot of that. Okay, great. Thank you. That's amazing. We're going to do a few segments while we're here. Some live segments.
Yes.
Let's start with the. Let's get the people going with a dramatic reading or two.
Cool. Got a
dramatic reading. It's been too long. This is another dramatic reading. One of my favorite segments. Jake, do you have some inspiring music for me? This is a Facebook post from a nice young woman, probably around Jen's age. 6 years ago on a Saturday morning, I needed hope. I needed sheer hope that maybe I could find a vehicle to give us options in what the everyday would look like. I didn't even know what a hair shaft was. No clue how to even pronounce the name Monet. Not even the slightest inclination on what was about to take place. But I clicked join now. And that decision led to one business partner, 1 hour spent educating myself on all things scalp and hair health, one customer, then thousands more, one live video, then dozens more, one training for our team, followed by hundreds more, one failure that led to 1 million more, one sacrifice that led to countless more, one podcast turned into endless more, one moment of personal growth which led to more, one friendship that turned into hundreds more, one free trip that has led to 30 plus more, one Cadillac earner. And a beautiful light pink. To every single customer, teammate, mentor, leader, silent supporter, thank you. To every naysayer, thank you too. Little did you know you were fueling my fire. So if you'd like to learn more about how I did all this, let's chat. You could join Monet too. One giant vat of fluids with a friend. Okay, I'm done. Thank you. That has been a dramatic reading. Thank you so much. Nailed it.
That was beautiful.
Anyone a part of an MLM in here? It's fine. Okay, wow. There might be one.
It would not have been fine.
Yeah. Segment number 2 alert. Sheltered Kid Moment segment.
Yeah.
Shelter Kid Moment segment, one of my favorite new segments. I had one today. It was interesting. I was in a coffee shop this morning in Seattle, right by the venue we're playing at tonight, and this dude in front of me in line at the coffee shop goes, "Yo, dude, I dig your style." And I was confused. I didn't know if it was confusing. I don't know if he was like knew if he followed me or what. So I was just kind of like, oh, he's like, I dig your style. And I realized he was just complimenting my outfit. And he just started chatting me up like a bro. He's just like, yo, what are you just over there grinding away on your laptop? I was like, yeah, I mean, he's like, what are you doing tonight? And I was like, and I was just like, oh, I'm a comedian, I have a show. And he's like, no way, dude. That's sick. What are you doing later? I was like, I'm gonna hang out with my wife. He's like, oh, you're married? That sucks, dude. I would never, dude. Last night was absurd, dude. Last night, he starts talking to me about how his girl is pregnant, but he's trying to figure out who the father is, and this is all still a 5-minute conversation. And then he's like, dude, I might have to come check out the show. I was like, well, it's sold out. He's like, give me some tickets, dude. And I was just like, okay. And I gave him 2 tickets. He just I was just so uncomfortable. I was like, I feel like I enjoy my wife, and I'm pleased with that decision, and I'm sorry about your pregnancy problems, but we had a kid on purpose, and it's pretty fun. And I just gave him tickets. And there's 95% chance he doesn't show. His name was Dupree. So, do you see some dude with long hair named Dupree who tells you stuff like, yo, I'm digging that style? He bullied me into giving him tickets at a coffee shop this morning. So it was too nice to say no.
That's great. I think I also might have a sheltered kid moment just from today as well. So there's a place in downtown Seattle. It looks like a nice little bakery, coffee shop. I didn't even know the name of it when I walked in there. But it's called the Biscuit B Word. You got it. Yes. Which is good, because I think a lot of them were like, what's the B word?
Noah's right there. Yeah. Please watch your language.
Yeah. It's the first time he's heard that word. I was going to let it be open to his interpretation. So, has anyone ever been to this place before? Yeah, so you must have gone to public school then, because I was terrified the whole time. They're blasting really way too loud hip hop music, and I went up to order, and she just calls me the B word. She's like, "What do you want, B?" And I was like, "Oh, my mom? I don't know. Nothing on this menu." So that was scary. I didn't order anything. I left. So I guess that would be considered a sheltered kid moment of just today. So I'm still learning.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
Just for the record, I wasn't that sheltered.
Wasn't that sheltered?
Yeah.
No sheltered kid moments for you? Are you going to shelter our son?
The appropriate amount.
The appropriate amount?
Yeah.
Let him watch Passion of the Christ early on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly.
Get him in early, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good deal. This is a little embarrassing. I need to go to the restroom. Can I do that?
Yeah, I think
Can I have permission,
yes,
boss? Okay.
You
You should probably plan better next time.
Hurry back, you B word.
Yeah.
Katie, thanks, Katie, for coming all this way. Katie, we've been doing shows for a few nights now. Katie flew in last night. How was traveling with a baby? It's crazy. Once you have kids, you notice them. Every flight now, I'll see. I'm like, are babies just flying all of a sudden? It's just I guess I ignored them my whole life. And now I see them, and I judge them. All right, how are these parents? They're screaming. What are they doing wrong? How was your experience flying with our tiny baby?
That was Thomas's 5th flight already.
Wow.
Trey hasn't been on any of those. He's been working, and I had help. My mom came with me, and
good.
a friend this time. But he does great. He's a very sweet baby. He did great. He only cried because he was hungry. I think he's still so young. He's just mesmerized by everything, right? He's like, there's other people I've never seen before. There's lights. There's sounds. The airplane sound really gets him. And then all of a sudden he's like, this is white noise. I'm gonna go to sleep. And then he goes to sleep. So
we're so lucky. He's
he's a sweet boy.
We'll see. I don't know. Did anyone have any of the parents? Anyone have a super chill baby that turned into a monster?
Yeah, let us know.
You had one, man? Really good baby, and then at what age was it oh no? 2? Okay. 2 until now, 23. Okay. Okay, good.
Awesome.
But all right, we'll enjoy it while we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will. Poor Jake. Jake really went to the bathroom? What is he? No, bring. Let's pass the baby around. Let's pass
Yeah,
him.
let's just pass him around.
No, oh my God.
He's babysitting himself back there, so
No.
I mean.
No, he's not.
I'm
No,
just
he's
kidding, just kidding.
Oh, wait, who is it? It's Judge Jay.
Oh!
I forgot the gavel, but I have this.
Is it on backwards?
I don't think it's on right.
You know, there was some deliberation backstage on whether or not it was forwards or backwards. And then I heard you say something about Jake taking a while in the bathroom, so I just scurried out here.
You just look like a Harry Potter character. But it's Judge Jake. Judge Jake's
I'm a
segment
judge.
is here. We have a good one. This is a pretty specific issue. So, Judge Jake, we need your help. Could you, is the court in session?
Go ahead.
Okay. Would you like to start? I'll start.
No,
I'll
you
start.
can start.
So, we, oh, bless you. We have like a studio space where we get all the content and whatnot, and there's this kind of corner of the property that has this just kind of patch of dirt that's just, we don't know what to do with it. And so I had a fun idea.
Bless
since
you.
we're, yeah, one more time when we get frustrated. So, two bless yous, then it's shut up. I was like, oh, we're professional golfers now.
She's a huge fan.
She's a huge fan. I go, oh, what a perfect two birds, one stone. We cover up it nice with a little putting green. Fun, right? So we had a few quotes putting green. Didn't realize those little putting greens, very expensive. I thought it would be, whatever it was. So the cheapest quote we have for the putting green is about $9,000. $9,000. Yeah, I thought it'd be a couple grand. It is quite large, but here's my pitch. I'd say, so this is a property that could one day become an Airbnb.
Okay.
And so I'm saying it's an investment, Judge Jay. When you think about it, down the road, it's going to be an amenity to help increase bookings. So it's really, I'm making money on this putting green.
It's free.
Whoa, yeah, it's free. And that's my opening statement.
Okay. Kathleen?
I don't probably need to even say that much, but so there's a few issues here. Number one, we don't even know if we can Airbnb in that part of town.
Yep.
So it would really
See,
there would
that's
be
the
no,
tone. It's the tone. No.
There would be no investments if we can't do that. It's part of like the big plan, and we're unsure if that's even possible. Number two, you don't want to have like, and I'm not saying it is the nicest house in the neighborhood, but you don't want to make it the most expensive house in the neighborhood because of amenities that you put in it. We're not going to get the money back. When we sell that, we're not going to get the money back. Number three, we should use that money for literally anything else.
Objection. I don't know what that means. I just want to say it. Yeah.
You got my attention. Katie, do you have something in mind that you'd like to use the money towards?
Thomas's education.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just send him to Noah's house. They'll do it for free. We have so many people that homeschool him for free. It's,
Homeschool for free. Oh, yeah.
yeah, I talked with her. She's going to babysit him tonight during the show. Yeah.
Oh, great. Thank you.
No. I'm done. So, yeah, those are the opening statements.
Okay.
Your Honor.
I can see the dilemma here. It is a good amount of money. It is, remind me again, do you guys have a joint bank account? In your vows, did you say what's mine is yours?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the money that Trey brings in does not factor in to this debate today?
Your Honor, I think there could be an argument that maybe the Mood Swings Golf is a business, and it's just a simple business expense.
Katie, or Trey, Thomas, do you have any thing that you could put in that part of the yard that's not a putting green that could still up the value of the house that's not $9,000? Like, how expensive are flowers? Is that cheaper?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Just sprinkle.
You want to plant flowers?
I'm just gonna sprinkle some wildflower seeds. It'll be beautiful.
That would be kind of pretty. Is it that easy?
Sure.
No. Katie, that's another side. Can I bring up a side problem?
Objection.
I would like to hear the side problem, and then Katie gets the side problem of her own.
Our home has, we had kind of redid the patio, right? And part of this like stonework, she's like, I would like a fun little planter to plant. I've always wanted to plant vegetables. I could plant vegetables that we eat. How fun.
Wow.
So we built this nice, cute planter, and Judge Jake, in 3 years, has produced 17 cucumbers.
Wow.
And now when I push her to be like, are we gonna plant anything there? She's like, sorry, I'm busy caring for a child. She does that thing.
Yeah, okay.
And so
Nothing.
she also planted cucumbers, and if you didn't know, those are like a vine plant,
Yeah, I didn't
and
know
they
it would
grew
take over
50 feet
everything.
across our property.
I did
So.
zero research.
So there could be maybe a side argument that she put in a thing that was a waste of money. So maybe I could,
I see what you're saying. All right. I'm going to ask you guys a question, and whoever can give me an example first, I will side with you. All right.
Oh, wow.
This is how it's going down.
Can I make a statement first?
Yeah, go ahead. Why not?
Judge Jake is biased. He also plays golf and would use this putting green. So take that into consideration.
You know, all the nonpartisanship I had for this has gone out the window now after that. I don't know if I would have said that if I was you. You know, I feel like I've sided with you. It's probably like 4-1, Katie to Trey. But not in Katie's eyes, I guess. Okay, yeah, here's the question. Whoever can answer this, I will go with what you want. I want you guys to think of a time when Trey bought something that was expensive. And Trey, I want you to think of when you actually used it. And Katie, I want you to think of a time when he did not use it at all.
Something I bought
that was expensive, but you actually did use it. And Katie, can you think of something that Trey bought that was expensive and he never used it?
I really don't buy many things. Wow.
We all learned a little something.
We bought the studio space, and that was a wise financial and familial experience. So we weren't running around the house shooting things, tearing up the house. That would have been very difficult with babies everywhere. So
Absolutely.
that's my answer, Judge. Have I bought something and not used it?
The only thing that I can think of is actually last summer you bought a little putting thing.
Did this just pop in your head?
Yes. To use with the pool, where you would like put it into the pool or whatever, chip it, whatever.
I never opened it. I never opened
it. So I think the case is closed.
Judge Katie is smoking. That is it.
I just remembered that too. We got to get that out and play with it, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, business expense for sure. That's funny.
Awesome.
I have seen that before. Not being used, but I've seen it like off to the side, and you're like,
In
yeah,
the box still.
you can chip it. Yeah.
You can, yeah. Cool. Well, I think we're kind of getting. Do you have any final words, man? I just wanted to say, as we get closer, thank you so much for coming.
You have anything to say? I'm going to say for you.
Thank you. We put up this little like afternoon fun podcast thing. We wanted to try. When we're so lucky to tour and do all this. We didn't know how many people wanted to come see a live podcast. So thank you so much for coming out. It's like obviously Jake's helped me for years, and we've put out all these videos, and you rack up followers that come to a show that you never interact with, and the podcast is like so special to us, and it just feels like another level of like we just sat here and kind of talked with y'all, and it's just really thanks for taking time out of your day and this like kind of random in the middle of the day show, and Recties forever, dude. Love you guys. It's cool.
It's great.
And it's just been because I don't know how many anyone like day one listeners. We have a few in here. It's been going on for coming up on like 4 years, and the iterations were like by myself, then Jake joined, now Katie joined, and it's just been really cool for me too personally to to see what it's becoming, and who knows what else it'll become. So we're hoping this feels like it's been a ton of fun, at least for me, and I'd love to do more of them. So
I am sweating so much in this, so that's mainly what I feel.
Not very breathable.
It's not when you put it on backwards. It's not. So, no, this is great. Thank you guys for coming out. Anytime I feel like I meet a fan after a show and they're like, "And I listen to the podcast," and I'm like extra excited. It's like, okay, you really know me then. You know my fiance's name or things about her, and so like the podcast relationship is just much more intimate. It's way more fun. So thanks for supporting us. On a weekly basis when you listen in your cars at work, but even more so coming and seeing us live, buying a ticket. It's really cool. Appreciate it. You guys are great. So thanks.
Great.
Thank you, guys.
And Katie, say something really touching. We both did it.
Thank you guys for coming.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. This was very, very fun.
This is okay. Should we do one of those classic video things?
Something.
Let's do something then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in my favorite outfit.
Okay. We're just gonna. What should we have them say? Something dumb or just cheer?
The aroma in Tacoma.
The aroma. Yeah. So I'll say correct opinions live podcast point, and we all cheer the aroma in Tacoma.
It doesn't have to be that. That was just the first.
No, we're doing it.
Get all
Wait, is this how I? Okay.
Jake is the
Get
cameraman.
in here, Katie.
Thank you.
Get in here, Katie. We're start here. The first ever Correct Opinions live podcast. Love you guys. Thanks for coming out. It's been amazing. Good night, guys. Thank you. Correct Opinion.